Hello guys, welcome to this JavaScript debugging tutorial. Um, Debugging is an important step in any development process. It helps developer to understand the flow of the code and in identifying the errors. Debugging for JavaScript is pretty easy. Most web browsers like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, and the like, they have developer tools that can handle the JavaScript debugging, which makes life very easy. So here we have a simple HTML page called js.html. This is used to basically add two numbers. So let's get straight into this. So this page, it has two text boxes and one button to add the numbers. Uh, yeah, pretty standard, simple web page. So to start debugging in Google Chrome specifically, we will need to access the developer tools. So to access developer tools in Google Chrome, you will need to select this button at the top right corner, the three dots, and then move to More Tools and select Developer Tools from this option. That will basically open your developer tools. You can see developer tools has so many tabs that you can move around from. So we need to go to the sources tab and navigate to the js.html page in the navigation bar, which is on the left side. So once we've done that, now we can start debugging the code. We can now add like breakpoints in the code so that that will allow the debugger to pause at these points, and that will help the user understand where the code is going, in what direction is it moving. Here we are going to add like three breakpoints. This symbol is called as a breakpoint. You can just press the left click and it just does add the breakpoint over there. Same thing over here. I'm going to add this and this too. So, or rather not this, let's add this. So we have three breakpoints over here that I'm going to run and show how the debugging is happening in this page. First we need to give the input for the two numbers. So let's just give a input, like I'm going to give simple inputs like first number can be 2 and the next number can be 3, and then we do an add. Now it says paused in debugger. That means it encountered this breakpoint. So first of all, we need to understand how it came to this point. So when I press the button on click, it tried to access this method print sum, and when it went to access this print sum method, it asked fulfill task, and this was the breakpoint that we put. So that is why it's paused in the debugger. Now it is going to move to fulfill task method, where it's going to again pause at this point. So we use this button to move from one step to another in the debugging process. So it moved from one step to the other step and it stopped here. Now it is trying to basically get these two values using the get element by id method for the first number and the second number. And then it is going to basically try to give those arguments to add to numbers method, which is going to be accessed here. So we move here, and as expected, x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. So now that's done, it accesses this breakpoint over here, which is the alert option, and now it is going to give us an alert when I move to the next step. Here you see this, it says adding 2 and 3. It replaced x with 2 and y with 3. Now we move to the next step. Here it is going to basically try to add these two numbers x and y first, and then return it to fulfill task. Now that if it's added the values, it moves to fulfill task, and now it is trying to return this sum. Now that you have this value over here, it's going to put it in the sum, and now this sum is going to get returned to this value. Yeah, and we get the result at the end of print sum, which is going to say 5. So as you can see, this is not a very difficult task. It's pretty simple, and these developer tools in most of the majority of the web browsers out there, they help out a lot in understanding how do we debug, and it gives us very flexible tools to work with debugging in JavaScript. Thank you, everyone.